The ongoing crisis in Haiti is deepening.
Violence and instability are spreading as heavily armed gangs expand their control in the nation. Orla Guerin from our partners at the BBC is in Port-au-Prince.
Orla, thanks so much for joining us. You're doing some incredibly important work there, shining a light on a situation that not a lot of people are talking about here. So for our viewers to understand exactly where things are in Haiti, can you explain what's going on the ground there?
Well, the United Nations is certainly warning that the country is facing its worst crisis in decades. Here in the capital, Port-au-Prince, human rights organizations say that heavily armed gangs control as much as 60% of the territory in the city and the surrounding areas. Now, what that means is that this is a place where you cannot simply get into your car and go from A to B. We have been traveling here only by armored car. That's a level of protection we would usually only use on the front lines in war zones like Ukraine, but it's necessary here because the kidnap risk is so high. Kidnapping is actually an industry for the gangs. It's a major income stream. On some days, as many as 5 or 10 people can be snatched from their cars, and typically peak kidnapping hours are the peak traffic hours, so morning and evening. This is a city where few will drive after dark. Many try not to leave their homes at all. There are a lot of gang-controlled no-go zones, and that actually includes the area downtown around Parliament. Parliament itself is now in a gang-controlled area. Haiti's Prime Minister, Ariel Henry, can't actually get to his office there. So if the Prime Minister can't reach his official office, you can imagine the suffering of the people who are living in the gang-controlled areas where armed groups kill and rape. And many human rights workers here say they operate with impunity and they are in league with powerful political figures and have some police on the payroll.
You know, it's remarkable how rapidly the violence has accelerated there. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been hearing from people, from individuals, and the kind of violence that they're enduring in their everyday lives?
Well, I have to say the testimonies that we have heard here are among the worst I have ever heard. And I've been a foreign correspondent for the BBC for more than 30 years. I've reported from more than 80 countries. I've covered many wars and situations where people have been displaced. What's distinctly different here is the kind of violence. It is not simply a question of people being shot dead and bodies dumped on the side of the street, although that is certainly happening. There is a level of brutality here which is really hard to grasp, and it's certainly difficult to describe, but it feels to me as if the gangs here are engaged in a brutality contest. For example, when one gang tries to take the territory of another, they will go in on a killing spree, and they will not just target the members of the rival gang. They will go to house, they will look for women and girls, and women and girls here are being subjected to gang rape. This is increasingly a weapon being used by the gangs. In July, there was a turf war in a neighborhood called City.
I think we've lost Orla, but just everything she was just explaining there. Vlad, you've done extensive work in Haiti. I've worked in Haiti with communities of women who carry through microfinance their entire communities, their families ahead. The resilience, the strength, the entrepreneurship of women in Haiti is remarkable. And just to hear this is just so heartbreaking.
You know, as Orla was pointing out, this is something that we've never really seen before. Things have been bad in Haiti before this period, but everyone that I've spoken to, this is the first time in my time covering Haiti that I've had people who I know on the island reaching out to me and saying, can you please help? I've never had that happen, not even during the earthquake and in subsequent political upheavals, even in the wake of the assassination, where people now are desperate. And yet the violence that Orla is describing is generally confined to Port-au-Prince, which is the capital city. In other parts of the country, things are moving along pretty much the way that they always have.
Been able to travel
People
around.
People are able to travel.
Go from point A to point B.
Right, but what's happening in Port-au-Prince is absolutely shameful. And Orla pointed out something that I just want to put a fine point on. She said that there are large political forces at play here. That's what's happening there. And until the Haitian government, such that it exists, and partners, allies, can figure out how to get to the bottom of that, this is going to continue.